settled once and for all, the internet marketing myths that you must stop believing. Oh, would you look at that? We finally got you to sit still long enough to read a few sentences. I can't say I really blame you for your enthusiasm. The idea of owning your very own internet business is about as exciting as it gets. But while I have you here, sit down, there are some things that you need to be told. They're uncomfortable truths, and you may not want to believe them, but you need to. I'm going to save you time and money here, so pay attention. Yes, you can sit in the rolling chair to read this. Here are the internet marketing myths you need to be on the lookout for. All you need is a computer and internet connection. If I had $1 for every time I saw those 9 words in a piece of sales copy, I wouldn't have to be an internet marketer. I'd be the happily screaming guy standing next to a sports car and supermodel that may or may not be cardboard/rented for the day. If you see someone mention this within their copy, then run from that page. Run like they dumped meat sauce on your head and released a tiger. That product is pretty much guaranteed to be either one. Rehashed or 2. A complete phony. Those trying to sell you IM products never mention it, but online business really isn't anything special. It's just like a normal business, but on the internet instead of a store. When you realize this, all of the promises of easy riches suddenly become pretty foolish in your mind. Congratulations, you now have the base that will, hopefully, lead to your success. That's the other thing they never tell you: business is not for everyone. You may very well fail, but the only way to know is to try. All you need is a domain and hosting. Internet marketing forums are absolutely flooded with the same scenario over and over again. I don't have a budget for my business, or I have $50. Can I get started with that? First, let's be honest with ourselves. You can cut out the Papa John's for a week, or stick with basic cable, or take the bus instead of driving 30 miles to work. The greatest business owners sacrificed to get to where they are. If you aren't willing to move out of your comfort zone, then you are much happier with your 9 to 5 than you realize. There's nothing wrong with this. For the rest of you, get your money together. This is going to take an investment, and contrary to what experts say, you will need a lot more than a domain name and hosting. You need a website. You need content on that website. You need an autoresponder service to capture leads, and products to sell those leads. You need traffic, which means SEO, paid traffic, social media, and a plethora of other platforms. In short, this is going to cost a lot more than $10. Don't say no one ever told you. Don't lose heart though, that initial investment is going to turn into a lot more. You should start with writing. Afraid to jump into the uncertain world that is product marketing? Don't worry. There is always the trusty backup: writing articles for money. It's easy, and everyone can do it. Sure, there are more starving writers in the world than anyone would care to admit, and yes, you're probably going to get trapped in the penny per word market that has more sellers than buyers. But darn it, you'll be able to call yourself a writer on your job application to Chili's. Now, this isn't to say that writing for a living won't work. It just won't work for most of you. Remember those high school 5-paragraph essays you used to have to write once a week on some stupid topic? That is what SEO, penny per word, articles read like. The average surfer isn't going to read that, and a customer definitely isn't. When in doubt, SEO. As mentioned a few points up, there are a ton of different ways to bring traffic to your site. For reasons known only to Cthulhu, and those selling SEO services, people get stuck on the idea that Google is the one entity they need to really focus on. People threw around vague ideas about keywords, global monthly searches, all traffic goes through Google, crazy stuff like that. Their answer to every traffic-based question or problem is to buy a backlinks package. This is not the way business works. Different businesses will work with different types of traffic strategies. Some will mix well with multiple methods. There are even a few businesses that are offline only, although few and far between. Never take a one-size-fits-all answer from anyone. Those who spew them out are marketers that you can put on the list of those not to trust. IM/MMO products are the way to go. This is another myth that has gotten way bigger than it needs to be, but this time it is you that is to blame. With the FTC breathing further down the necks of bad marketers every day, they are careful not to make any mention of selling make money products to others to make money online. You newbies though, crafty little buggers that you are, chose to make that mental leap anyways and almost to a man start your first website as an IM blog to follow along as I learn. If you stick with it long enough to even post, you'll fill your autoresponder with affiliate link stuffed emails and hope for the best. For those of you that don't know, this doesn't end well. Don't start with a niche that you know nothing about. Pick something that you like, find a way to monetize it, there is always a way, and go from there. Are you adequately depressed yet? Geez, this comes off as a real downer, doesn't it? You've pretty much been told that everything you think as a newbie is wrong, and that you are silly for thinking it. Don't get too down on yourself though. We all had to go through it. In fact, you'd be surprised if you knew how long I struggled with the above myths myself. That's why I've chosen to give you the kick in the rear end that no one ever gave me. Who knows, it might just set you down the right path if you follow the right people and advice.